Welcome to this video. This is a video that is going to show you what you can do parallel to any type of meniscus treatment. From day one after your injury, we will start with assessment. Sit down and move through your personal pain-free range of motion, or let's say there should be no more pain than your most comfortable position, which is most likely a 90-degree angle in your knee, which should feel most comfortable. So that means if your pain level is not increasing while you're bending it or straightening, then it's fine. If not, this step is too early and you should get some icing and rest before you start with this first step. Normally bending is much more painful, especially if you get to a really deep knee bend. And in some cases, the straightening is not painful at all. Sometimes that's perfectly fine. Not going through pain is, by the way, the main cue for all of the exercise we are doing here. We will go through 3 steps now with one additional step that you can do later. So step 1 is tibia rotation. Sit down, grab your knee, like described in the video here, and rotate inward, outward. Depending on what part of your meniscus is injured, this will feel more painful on one side compared to the other. Inward outward rotation. Be gentle, go through the movement slowly, and really try to feel what you are doing. Sometimes for some people it's really hard to really feel what tibia rotation is. You should not rotate your hips, for example. You should really feel a very slight and sometimes tiny movement within the tibia and the fibula and the whole lower leg. If you feel comfortable with it, try flossing. It's great. You need a flossing band. You pull it tight, let's say 80 to 90% of full stretch around your knee. Find out what feels best to you. Some people swear it's important what direction, clockwise, counterclockwise, you put it around your knee. And also if you start from the lower end, from the lower leg to the upper leg, or the other way around, like I'm doing it here. But I would just tell you to try out what feels best for you. Also with tibia rotation and maybe even with flossing, do both sides. And when you finish the flossing, try to move a little bit. Again, bending, straightening. If you feel comfortable, walk a little bit. Lower your hips, like don't even think about a deep squat, but squat slightly down and feel whatever is possible. Bring some blood flow into your knee, and this might help you a lot, especially with pain relief and also with rebuilding, of course, later as well. Third step would be iso squat. So squat down slowly until you feel a position that is painful, that is slightly painful. Then you back off of it a little and hold that position that is comfortable for 10 seconds and increase to 20 or 30 seconds. And when you reach 30 seconds next day, you try to go a little bit lower. Of course, this might depend on other treatment factors, on your personal feeling that day. Sometimes when you worked really well for a few days, it might be worse a few days later, but don't let that discourage you. Try to go deeper, slowly, week by week, and you will get closer to the ground. You will feel more comfortable with knee bend. And as soon as you really get into a deeper squatted position, try out single leg standing first on your injured knee, but also try a single leg iso squat. And you can start with your healthy leg first, like right now, because you know it's healthy and you can get used to that position and standing on one leg. And as soon as you feel better with iso squatting and tibia rotation, try it on your injured leg and you will really start to make it work. You will work through all of the muscles and you will feel much better. I would encourage you to do the exercises every day if it's possible. At least 3 to 4 times a week. You can do them twice a day sometimes. It doesn't take long. It's a few minutes. You can work on your meniscus to heal. Always try to work other body parts that are possible to work on. Don't rest completely. It's always hard for people who do a lot of sports to do that, if you are one of these people. And yeah, get well soon.